looks pretty good. Let's do a little bit more. I know I had said I would be working on the tower this episode, but I started working on this, and I thought it would be just one more little house, but it's just got kind of interesting on me all by itself, so I should probably record at least some of its construction. It's sort of a mixed media kind of house, lots of migmatite. You can see there's pillar. Oh, what happened here? I'm glad I checked. No. There's pillars of sandstone, so it's sort of up on legs, stony legs, and then there's like a core of migmatite that goes down the center of each. Oh, that needs to be corrected. Only so far down, and hello, and then this, and it holds a building up. It really sort of is taking on the sort of temple kind of, like a small choit, maybe? Choit? I have yet to decide. I haven't actually decided anything about this. I just have been letting it happen. But it needs to... You know what? Actually, it does not. Let's do a thing here. Let's make it stick out just a little bit more there. On each side. So far it's pretty damn symmetrical. But, part of the excuse is to have more doors for our lovely testificates, of which there is now one more. They have finally spawned. And what you might not have seen this before, but I added these guards in because what I found was the little guys could walk straight in there. And they were, pretty much enthusiastically. I'm going to go douse myself in fire. Just like, oh, frig. That's not what I wanted to do. Let's see, let's make a few of these. A few more than I needed, but who cares? What else have I done? Did I show you guys this? Made this. I'm pretty sure this was on camera. I don't know if... Maybe it wasn't. This, I'm pretty sure, was not on camera. It's just a simple house, but it's got a good style. It's got some lighting. But the villagers don't seem to see this and this as part of the village just yet. And I'm not sure how I'm going to get them to. But yeah, I saw a little scientist or a little white librarian going, oh no! That was not intentional. Little librarian walk into the fire. But now I've got this guy. I've got a smith. His name is Smith. Most creatively. So let's see. Put this here, right over the mantle. I kind of wish I could make steps out of smooth, because I'd like... Let me just show you. Let me show you. Oh, ignore my chair, by the way. I'm wondering if I shouldn't have doors on all sides. I'll just have to have little decks out here, which I can probably do, like so. Don't know, though. TBD. I'll just leave that as it is. What I need is something I do not have right now. Let's get some, please. So the cat just came home from the vet. Well, we went with him to the vet. He got his yearly vaccination. Actually, this is just right. The problem's going to be... No, not much of a problem after all. But you can see it's a bit of a textured disjunction. I have an idea, though. Do I have any standard sandstone on me? Oh, no, but I can make a little bit. Let's try this. Briefly. Ah! Not that. God damn it. Anyway, yeah. Cat. He was muling something fierce in the car. He has learned not to like the confined space of his cat carrier and the whole act of driving. So he was quite upset. The first two times, because he's 3 now, so the first 2 times he went, he was quite calm and collected, and he faced up to the vet with no difficulties. But then last year, about this time, after an incident with a caretaker who did not take care and fed him only dry food the entire time, and that made him quite sick, and he ended up with urinary tract infection blockages, and he was in the hospital for 2 days. Cost me $2,500 to deal with. Probably still paying that down in some way at this point. Quite displeased about that situation, but after that he's been much less enthusiastic about the whole vet thing, and I can't really blame him. Well, I could, but I won't. Actually, no. Ignore me. So, put one more here. I'll need one more. Well, actually a few more. But yeah, there you see. So the texture sort of merges with what's going on overhead. So I think that's okay. It's kind of subtle. It's okay. I may have to do something up here on the roof. But we'll finish this up this episode, and then I'll give you a brief tour of things I did in between episodes, and then I don't even know what. But, cue the intro. Now, I put in some doors, and it didn't take but a minute. Can you hear it? There he is. Oh! That was not what I wanted to do. Sorry. Sorry. I was trying to demonstrate, not demolish. Oh, see, now we got to be careful about this. We've talked about this. Come on. Be careful. I don't even have a roof in here completely yet, and they're already interested. Oh, but I was going to do a thing. I forgot already. I got distracted waiting for the last clip to save out, because that's the nature of my particular piece of software. But this is weird. Have you seen this? 2, 3, 4. I mean, I can just keep doing it, as far as I know, over and over again. 5. It's annoying. 6. But it just keeps going. It's like the gift that sucks. So, I don't know. I want light in that building. So, I'm going to... Oops, can't go through that way. It's quite a busy place now. It's good. It's good, good. So, here, and here. Yep, there we go, and let's look from outside. Run! There. Stick it. Boink, boink, boink. Very good. So we have ourselves some sort of little choice. And more interesting things. Oh, is it happening? It seems like it should be happening. Oh, and there you go. Another brown shirt. So many brown shirts. I want, like, a purple guy. What do I have to do to get a purple guy? I mean, I got a smith. That's not a small thing. But what do I do? Is there something special I need, or is it just completely random chance as to whether or not I get a purple guy? Still, 2 little ones. That's an improvement. Alright. So, let's see. Let's review. We got this. It's working out pretty well. I've put in a couple of balconies. The balconies are actually decent. They're not too ugly. We got this house. Hello. People are using it. It's good. It's got the red granite back room. We got 2-story place here. 2 distinct stories. Another balcony. You've seen this stuff already. The area below, which is actually quite popular. Hello, guys. Actually, boink. Wait. Boink. There we go. So there's our screenshot for the intro, which is a good one. This place, I think I added this recently, and in part in reaction to the fact that Calixnar had come back on and was starting to try to build, like, roads straight across the water connecting to my spot, and I didn't really want that to happen. So I put a house where he was trying to do that instead, and that worked out. Let's see, what else? We know about the diagonal place. Not used very often. This place, I can't remember. Ooh, I'm giving myself a headache. I can't remember if you guys have seen this one or not. You might not have. I think it's rather ornate. See? Nice, interesting ceiling. Interesting. Walls. let's see. This place you guys know, because this was like the first one I did. That's like blueberry yogurt floors. I think there's people online. Yep. So I can't sleep. And you guys have seen this. I'm pretty damn sure. Still not in use. I've never seen a guy in there. And I built this on the previous episode, I think. This guy never used. And this guy never used. But maybe someday. Now, I also, as part of the same thing, you know, I'd mentioned Calixnar was building a road. I extended this one quite extensively, to put it extended extensively. So it comes across and now it goes over to his place, the tree in the way, and I've left the rest of it up to his interpretation as it's on his territory. And there's the village. It's actually a fairly congested looking little village. That back there seems like it could probably host a couple more houses, but at this point I'm not sure that they would use them. Anyways, there's more. There is, in fact, more. There is, in fact, more. Let's see. So you guys, I think, have seen this. I did that off camera, but between last episodes. And I extended the road. So here it comes up against my back, which this is not a finished product. And they're pillars, like the support pillars of Migmatite going all the way up. They do not connect to anything right now, so those have to come down. So I think I'll have a Migmatite back bulwark or something back here. Let's see. He hasn't been in a while. I think he took out the windows, so maybe he has been in. And the road continues for quite a long time. Notice it's made from shale, so we'll follow the shale road. Following the shale road. I don't know why, but I made this little cubby. Actually, I'll probably need to do more of this. So let me do this while I'm here. Maybe even some of this. Same again. Okay. And I send it off this way. Kafine's place is over there somewhere, so hopefully this road will connect to make some of the transit areas a little bit easier to get through. But shale road goes out into deadly forest for not very far. It's speaking of which. Ooh, nice. Holy, is that one invisible? No, it's not. The post-processing will make this more visible, but right now I have bright sky behind a dark screen, so I can barely see anything. But here the road naturally at some point will kind of narrow because it's no longer metropolitan, I guess you could say. Comes on up, goes around, and we are now at everyone's green schist quarry, which is actually green schist, rhyolite, and see a deposit here. So green schist, no, actually this is probably rhyolite, and that down there is green schist for sure, chalk, and shale. So this is where the material for the roads has been coming from, and it's conveniently found at the end of a shale road. So that's all good in that way. Oh yes, one cannot pass up a thunderstorm. Come on. Let's see, so tour is done. Nothing seems to be happening. Hello, little guys are good. So, I don't really know what to do with myself now. I didn't really have a whole episode planned around one little temple. I did want to, I did see Calixnar just a minute ago, so let's go visit him for a minute. Cough, cough, cough. It's not a Klingon sneeze, eh? So he was out here, he was, oh wait, he's probably come back because his trap is done. He said he was making a trap. I'm not sure what he meant by that. I've tried installing, was it Torin's glass texture pack, and I didn't get any message about it, but then apparently Calixnar did, and he allowed it to download, but it's not. Look at that guy. I saw him earlier. That's one hell of a moth. Look at that. That's awesome. Yeah, but it's not active. The glass looks exactly the same as it used to, so I'm not sure what to do about that exactly. We'll figure it out over time. It's something that Korbasai had been asking for. So there's Calixnar. We should slay him where he stands. Oh, yes. So this is the thing he's been working on. Oh. Okay. So it's like a... It's one of those things I never quite wrap my head around. So it's... interesting. I've never actually tried to make anything like this myself. I've never even tried to make a villager spawner before. I just make a village and see how they do. That's interesting, though. Ah, well, yes. String is kind of useful. Aye, aye. Trying to make balloons and such for... What's this? For, like, flying vehicles? What's all this? Ooh. I like ravines. That looks like it might be more shale down there. This? What is this? It's cobble of some sort. Eclogite. I actually like eclogite too, though I've never, you know, I'm an amateur geologist sort of thing. Not really a geologist. You know, rockhound. So I know a few things about rocks, and eclogite was not one of them. So I should find out what it is at some future date. Oh, here we are coming back out again. And a fox. Oh, and my little road. Very cool. So this heads off again towards the mine. Alright. Hey, when did Oplek leave? Oh, just now. Enchanting table somewhere? Yeah, it's near above the portal. Okay, so last thing I've been working on. I don't know that it's trying to work on it anymore is going to fill up the episode, but I kind of need to. But I just wanted something that appeared to be more or less a carved set of steps in the side of the mountain. So you can see the texture fits with what's already going on there. Except, unfortunately, where occasionally it interrupts, you know, this dirt. I haven't quite figured out how to deal with that. I also, you know, I arrived on this little plateau, which is kind of interesting. Oh, look at all those mushrooms. But, yeah. You arrive at a little bit of a plateau, which is all good. Pretty interesting. There's a dark spot. Like I'm wondering why that isn't grass. Maybe it's too dark. But then again, I've seen grass in caverns. Now the trick, I think, is going to be getting this to go all the way up. Because the rest of the way seems to be pretty much exclusively dirt. So maybe I'll have to cut into it a little bit. There's my road. There's some more overhangs and more little plateaus. Ooh. I do have some of this material to work with if the road has to come this way. But now that it's sort of overhanging, it's actually not entirely clear to me how I'm going to go about doing this. Should I go this way? Does this overhang over here? I forgot to check. Here you can see what I mean. From earlier, the magmatite pillars have to come all the way down. And it just doesn't make sense to have one little tiny pillar. I feel like there needs to be a structure down here. Ooh. But I want one to potentially be able to climb all the way up. And I'm not sure. What material is this? Oh, I can't even manipulate this spot. That's going to be a trick. I should probably go up that side. Man, I thought there was a brick there for a second. Oops. Yeah, I should go up that side. Somehow, though, I'm going to have to make it work with the fact that there's dirt. Alright, so I think what I'm going to do is introduce a bit more material, more media. Ooh, excuse me. So I've been carving into this landscape now, but I'm not necessarily required to continue doing that. So it goes up this far. And what I thought was, well, if I'm going to reach over there, I'm probably going to need... Oops. We'll see now. That's not showing what I want. I'm going to need new material. Or at least... Like... I wish you could get slices of this. That would be awesome if you could get like a slab where... Yeah, that would be great. But it just sort of makes sense that what I'm going to need to do here is deal with the fact that the landscape is no longer stone by bringing in my own... Oops. My own material. The only problem is if I use this stuff, it's going to require jumping. I can't do half bits. So maybe I should just go with strict wood after all. Let me do that with the rest. This is the sacred oak material. I've carved into my space. I have so many of these lying around, but I need one right now. I have so... Yeah, I carved into that one up there, but it's part of the tower project, so I can't really record about it now. Let's get some sacred oak things going here. So let's... I could have done that faster. Yeah, that's... I suppose that'll be okay. So let's get rid of these. We have a bug, or not necessarily a bug, but we haven't figured out with Oplek's mod that does the whole claim messaging system. It now tells us about everybody's movements, not just our own. So ever since it was made so it could no longer operate on the server by itself, that's been happening. So we're still trying to figure that much out. And it occurs to me I'm not going to want just planks, but also steps. That's going to be a big deal, actually. Let's bring this with us. So here we go. This at least makes some amount of sense. Oops. Well, you know, that's fine. A little bit of rock is not amiss. Dirt is certainly a malleable material, so there's no reason why we can't dig clefts into it. I don't know, is this terrible? What do I have? I should reintroduce... I had done this before. Let's just bring some light on the subject. Alright. Okay, so... Again, the idea is to follow the curve of the Earth wherever possible. How does this feel? It makes the path a little bit more obvious, too. And we can begin... We can return to using the stone when we actually have stone to work with, which I think we will when we get further up. I mean, actually, here's a bit where... I don't have any of it on me, though. Okay, so I've been turned off the server briefly because I'm oh, it worked. Cool. Okay, so it is now possible for regular players, of which I am, just because I didn't like having the temptation of misusing op powers. My character cannot do any of that. So that does mean, however, let's see, this should be fine, that we couldn't build in a certain place. Oplek clone would do it because he had op powers. In fact, actually, my second account does too, but I have not used it at all. I had originally got it thinking I would use it to be doing third-person recording, and I still may by playing off the iMac here and recording off the MacBook. But until that actually happens, let's see. I'm not sure about that. That's not what I wanted at all. But now I can build in the protected area, which is kind of good. Just a little bit more. Well, I don't know. Actually, it could be a lot more. But I have come a long way up. And there's more or less the destination. I decided to, instead of going that way, come back this way. And I think I'm going to go this way, and this way, this way, and this way. Ooh, I can hear the portal. Ah! Well, fine. That's fine enough. Poor tree. Oh, are you dying? Little tree? Somehow... I have to... That feels like something somebody else did once. So let me try to get that way. Like so. Okay, wait a minute. Let's just do this for a second. Where does this go? Other than death. That up there looks like an actual road. So I suppose I should just keep coming around. Like so. Okay. Get rid of this piece of crap. There we go. And like... Oops. No. Well, that should do. No, I need to remember. I can't go that way. There's the path. I've done quite a lot of it just with wood. Decorating the place just a little bit with light and cobble. Man, you can see that road going on forever. So here we go. Let's follow it up. We got a couple of these light pillars, especially in amongst the... there, it cuts into the stone. We saw that earlier. No, we didn't, but I did anyways. Comes around. Maybe I should build another pillar right here. Oh. Like so. Comes up, supports things a little bit. Sticks out above it all. Very good. This makes it a little bit more obvious that there is, in fact, a thing going... There's a path up here. Like so. Very good. And we come around the corner here. Let's see my place. Very dangerous. Very good. And here we cut back into the stone, which is real nice. A nice change of pace. I'm actually... Well, I haven't yet, but I've started cutting this. Just like a path up the side. And I think that's not a bad idea. I'm going to put another one of these pillars in. Oop, can't do much more. Like so. Very good. I wonder... I had to put a thing here. Maybe. I don't know. As you can see, we've surpassed Korbasai's old road. I'm hoping he'll dress this up at some point in the future. And then we continue. Whoops. Continuing suggests continuance. Like so. Ah, why does that happen? What stone is that? Okay, let's see. And then same again here. So that cleft ought to look a little bit better. Now, yep, looks very professional. The only question is, what about this? I don't want to burrow through the mountainside. So I'm going to have to come back out again. Like here. Maybe it would be... Ooh, I heard a crow. Neat. This I do not... I'm just not sure about. Let's put one of these in for continuity. I don't know. I don't know where to go from here. Sometimes it feels like I only ever get to work at night. However, or record at night was what I'm saying. I have gotten to the top. Oplek's done some interesting things over there. I can say that. I should explore that. Maybe one day, when a couple of these guys have done a little bit more work, I can do a bit of a tour. I know Kafine's place is already interesting enough for a brief tour. As you can see, that tower I think is good and done. Aside from whatever it is I'm planning to do up the core of the tree. This part, not so much. And we really should get back to it maybe next time. There's the garden space down there. There's a little road. There's that newest, the little church I built. whatever the hell it is. There it is. It's Oplek's place, and the way down is over here somewhere. So, yeah, I was able to... Let's put a little bit of stone there so that it looks like it's complete. And there we are. We're at the top of the hill. So, I got to... There's a couple of danger spots like here, using planks because there's nothing else to do. This is pretty obvious. This I'm going to collect. Don't need to leave that out. But I do feel like something should be here, so I think I'm going to put a little bit more dirt. And big old winding mess all the way down. But I kind of like it. I like it. Just fits into the landscape, takes on a difficult terrain, makes something of it work. It's not actually that hard to navigate, really. You can see exactly where you're supposed to go. And, I don't know, by the time you get down here, you're not in that much danger. This, I might want to explore this little cave someday. And there you have it. Way more material for an episode than I probably really need, considering how little we actually did. But, you know, I entertain myself, and that's usually the first step to entertaining anybody else. And I'm going to collect this junk right here. I'm going to collect it, and you're going to suffer. So, yeah, thanks for... Oh, apparently I had some in my inventory already. That'll do. Oh, wow, I need to eat. I didn't even realize. So, yeah, thanks for watching. Come again next time, and if you aren't already, check out my my unintended series. It's not ramping up exactly, but I think it might ramp down in favor of starting a new... If you know what I'm talking about, starting a new fortress with the new dwarf fortress that has come out lately. So there may be that. Anyways, it might be interesting to you, maybe it won't. Anyways, have a good one.